6:03 in the morning on Monday morning, June 16th. We're at 61 degrees, some rain around town right now. Look for highs today in the low 70s. Good morning, I'm Michelle Basch.
And I'm John Aaron. The top local story we're following this hour. The streets of D.C. this past weekend saw thousands of marching soldiers and rolling tanks for the Army's 250th anniversary parade. Several streets that were closed for days are reopening this morning. WTOP's Luke Lukert is on Constitution Avenue and joins us live. Luke.
That's right, John and Michelle. I'm here on Constitution Avenue, and this strip between the White House and the Washington Monument is closed off. Now, they did say that all of these roads would be reopening at around 6 a.m., so just about 3 minutes ago. And most of the other roads have reopened that had been closed off all weekend. But this strip in particular still remains closed, and I can't imagine it reopening anytime soon. That massive stage that people saw during that parade is still very much intact, as well as bleachers, fencing, forklifts, and even dozens of pallets of bottled water are still blocking this street. There could be disruptions on these other streets throughout the day, even though they are still open. There's still riot fencing and concrete barriers that need to be cleaned up, and porta potties as far as the eye can see here on the National Mall. In terms of damage to the roads, a lot of people were concerned about that with those really heavy tanks treading on them. Not seeing really any damage on Constitution or Independence. I haven't walked the entire parade route, but no damage that I can see thus far. But in about a month, the Army is going to be checking for any long-term damage, and they have vowed to cover the cost of any of the damaged streets. Reporting live in downtown D.C., Luke Luger, WTOP News.
Tomorrow is primary election day in Virginia. Voters will be heading to the polls to decide on candidates, who they will be for the November general election. Races being decided tomorrow include nominees for the statewide offices of Attorney General and Lieutenant Governor. Some voters will also be nominating candidates to run for the Virginia House of Delegates. The polls will be open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow. For more information, you can check out our voter guide at WTOP.com.
Westland Middle School in Bethesda is closed today because a tree fell on it, leaving the building unsafe for people to be inside. Montgomery County Public Schools says the tree came down over the weekend as a result of our stormy, windy weather. It caused structural damage to classrooms in the back of the building. The tree's so big, a crane will have to be used to remove it. Again, no classes will be held at Westland Middle today. The school system says it will provide an update sometime today on plans for tomorrow, which is scheduled to be the last day of classes before summer break in Montgomery County.
The employee management company ADP calls them boomerang hires, employees who once worked for a company and left but now are being rehired. WTOP's Dan Ronan explains why this trend is accelerating.
ADP's data showed in March boomerang hires accounted for 35% of all new hires, up from 31% a year ago. Many people in the category are in IT-related fields, where 45% of those hired had previously worked for the same company, compared with just 30% in 2018. And then the economy went into a recession. There are several reasons why employers might be eager to rehire former employees. In the case in the IT sector, for example, a worker with the right skill set can be difficult to find. Also, returning employees, particularly those lured to new organizations during and after the pandemic, might have found out the grass isn't greener at their new job. Dan Ronan, WTOP News.
Coming up in Money News, why you might be seeing more ads on your favorite streaming service. We've got traffic and weather in 30 seconds.